So my name is Joanna Williams and my role in Pop-Up Picnic has been as a director.
My name is Thomas Johnson and I'm a musician and performer in Pop-Up Picnic.
I'm Niamh Lawler and I am a performer in Pop-Up Picnic. I'm a puppeteer normally, so I do bits of manipulation.
My name is Roseanne Lynch and I am the new performer in Pop-Up Picnic.
I think being highly responsive in any situation working with very young children is so important because they can take you on all sorts of journeys and you go through a really long devising process, rehearsal processes, but then in the moment of a performance you need to just follow the child.
Like listening in every way.
And I think the other thing that's important so that the performers have that freedom is that is built into the show, that there's these moments that are choreographed or that are set as objects are produced and introduced, but then there's the kind of free time and the space to take them to the child and explore them with the child.
Often it's about building relationships over very short periods of time sometimes, with both the children but also with their carers, childcare educators, parents or guardians, and as a musician or an artist working with young children, it's finding those opportunities to build relationships with the other adults in the room but also with the other adults who can support a project.
And the stakes are quite high, I suppose, because the children we're performing for have such varied needs that you're just very highly attuned to how they're responding to something.
And it has to be safe as well, of course.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Oh no.
That's not tea.
It's tea.
Bubble tea. Bubbles, 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 bubbles.
I think to, where possible, to seek out sort of working with artists across other art forms. So if you're a musician, try and work with puppeteers. If you're a puppeteer, try and work with actors, with directors, with visual artists, because I suppose we sort of end up for some reason being put into a box in terms of what we do, but working with children and young people, they don't see it like that, and that's not how they experience their world. So I think as a traditional musician, I've learned so much in working with a whole host of other artists and with Joanna and Roseanne and Niamh in the Pop-Up Picnic.
I think play is very important. So maybe the most important thing is just to remember that you're playing in many different ways. So something like training in clown is useful. Any kind of training in improvisation. Something I've really enjoyed in the process is developing my singing. It's those skills, like being able to sing, being able to play music, is just so good in this context. Their faces light up when the music begins.
Let's have a picnic party today.
Because you're creating an experience that is it's visual, it's audio, it's like smell and everything. The more different skills you have and the more open you are to different ways of connecting with people, the more you can offer to this audience.
The other thing I'd say is that it's really, really good to go, if you want to devise a piece, to first of all spend some time working with your themes or working with your ideas with the audience that you're intending the piece is going to be for, because by working with them in that way you'll discover maybe loads more things about a particular experience or an idea you've had. They will allow you in how they respond to discover maybe 1,000 more ideas than you initially had about that particular piece, and they'll also help you to see the things that maybe don't work quite as well as you had imagined they would.
Yeah, the
So,
families we worked with were really
yeah.
instrumental in helping us make this show. It really was a collaboration with them. So to start with that is a great idea.
I suppose one of the key ingredients is, in terms of beyond the show, is all those partnerships that were part of supporting the project. So the partnership with Jack and Jill was really instrumental in introducing us to the families, but also just briefing us a little bit about the challenges or the special set of circumstances that each of the individual children might be experiencing. And then they brokered that first introduction between us and the family that we were going to visit. So all that preparation and all that support that's there is really, really important, I think. And they were the reason that the families were open to us visiting, because they had confidence and they trusted the nurses.
And also that the project be as well resourced as possible, you know, that we're able to get really good people to help make the props, and, you know, that a good team was put together, and there was care taken about that as well, you know, it's just a lot of care along the way, and lots of development time. We had a very good mentor as well, that was very helpful.
Yeah, that mentorship was really good.
Tim Webb of Oily Cart. So the research and development stage of the project was really good and gave us a really good foundation to begin with.
In Tipperary we visited 3 times, and so each time the performers get to know the family and the children better, and also the family and the children relax. Everybody relaxes and opens up to each other more.
We wouldn't actually have asked for those 3 performances had we not done the research with the families in the first place and seen the difference a return visit made, you know, that every time we went back we went further, we were able to go further with it because we built up a relationship.
Like the development of various scenes, pop-up picnic scenes of eggs and tea and honey and oranges, that was really came from the families and what they enjoyed from those first visits during the pilot phase. So I think because there's so many layers to a performance, that aspect of time and time to build relationships and time to think is just really key.
Well, in a very immediate way for me, I started to bring in a much more varied array of sensory experiences in my own work that I make for early years children. And I think I've also learned about the importance of taking your time with each thing and trusting in the moment and allowing it to unfold, and having little moments where you stop before you move on, not bombarding your audience with everything you have straight away.
The other thing that's been really important to me, I think, as well, is working in a team. I work a lot on my own, and it's just to work with live music and then to have the extra voice in the room as well, and Roseanne's other skills in dancing and so on. Like, I just learned so much just from working with other people, and it's such a treat to be in a team.
I try to look for that time and look for the resources and look for the right people that I can do that and the other work that I'm doing.
It's brought together a lot of things that I've only ever experienced separately. Like I've done shows for children, and I've worked with children with complex needs, and I've done shows that are kind of immersive and up close and one-on-one, but I've never done anything that was all of those things all together, and it's made me think about just as a person as well as a performer, like how much you forget on a daily basis how many senses you have. And like, I write plays, most of the plays I've written are for adults, but like adults have senses too. Like it's made me think of when I'm writing, like what is the whole experience of what's happening rather than what people are saying. And yeah, it's really opened things up, and the interaction between us and with the audience is so immediate. Yeah, it's been really, really amazing experience.